right, so today's video, we are, this is a cheater or smurf video. So basically somebody submitted the VOD, saying they don't know if this person's a cheater or a smurf, or well, we'll see what they say. Holy crap, this is a wall of text. I think I'll read the first sentence. Pretty early on, it was evident to us that this soldier was our biggest obstacle. We started off thinking this guy might have just had some good game sense, but after a while, we started growing a little wary of him. So I'm going to leave it at that because they ended up like giving like 7,000 timestamps here, and I think I'm just going to see... Like they're saying like, oh, they're aiming through walls. Like, for example, they're like, oh, look at this. He runs at an angle and just looks at... I don't know. We're just going to watch and see. Sound good? We'll see if they're a cheater or a smurf. Apparently, the last video, a bunch of people said that they got reminded to do their laundry, and they ended up getting their laundry out of the washer. So that was very helpful by chat. Well, if you were wondering if they had an aimbot, I think we're good on that one.
That's better.
Maybe that's like, maybe they have like a next level cheat where they don't hit any of their shots to get people off like their scent right now, and then they're gonna start really hard locking in about 2 minutes, right? Game seems fine. So far, I haven't seen anything. Straight up. Am I missing something? I mean, Diana was heard, right? So, I'm not worried about that. I think it's his PC. No, it's his PC 100%.
That's better.
Dude, does this look like a player who just has good movement and can track wrecking balls? Paradol, thanks for the 12 months of the Finnish prize. Thank you, Hiimishie. Thanks. Let me see what the first timestamp they gave me where they really thought they were cheated. Okay, so we'll look for 326 where they say that they aim blatantly at Ana through a wall. Well, they say Hog pulls Ana and without having any sight or pings on her, soldier aims directly on her through a wall. Okay, 326 it is. So we're about 20 seconds from that. We'll see as we get there.
We have to meet their push and stop.
It's certainly not an aimbot. I'll tell you that much. Unless it's like the most subtle thing of all time. This is I think definitely not an aimbot. Okay, what are we at? Okay, so this is where the Ana. This is where they think they're cheating on the Ana. What do you mean? Did the Roadhog not just hook an Ana? Like, watch. Yeah, they just hooked the Roadhog hooked the Ana. They weren't even aiming on him directly. They just looked up. They just heard their hog hit a hook and they looked up. It wasn't even as accurate as they said. They were like to the left or the right. Okay, so that's the first one they pinpointed. Okay. Next up is at 5:37, so we have some time.
Come get healed.
This just seems like, yeah, it's probably a smurf or like a player who has a higher rank than the lobby, which is a smurf, I guess, but. I'll keep looking. I'm trying to see. The movement alone makes me think that they're not cheating. Chad knows what I mean. We've watched a lot of cheater VODs where you watch the movement and you're like, huh, this is a little bit interesting. I think it's just a good player. That was great timing on that statement. What time is it on the clock here? Okay. We have a little bit. I'll once we get closer to their next timestamp. Hey, listen. I run into wrecking ball mines too, Chad, okay? That was interesting. The pedal doesn't work. Aim seems fine. I saw what you're talking about with the tracer prior to that, but like, I give a little bit of leeway sometimes. Like they were like aiming up there and they just move their mouse over. I saw what you saw too. At 5:37, he tracks and tries to shoot Junkrat through the wall. Okay, so we're almost at that. So we'll see if that's the case. So this is what they have for timestamps.
Pushing ahead now.
Which should be coming up now.
We're catching up.
I don't think so. I think this is just a sound play. Let me double check though. Because you hear the sound, right? Blatantly. Huh. I know he hears the Junkrat, but now I'm a little bit confused. Let me see this. I want to watch it in live again.
We're catching up.
Oh man, that's a tough one because like it could also be. Ooh. No, you could hear the Junkrat. I could hear him from a mile away. But like it feels like, doesn't that feel like it's either they're shooting through a wall because they see them, or their map awareness is bad, right? That feels like a little bit suspect on that one. We'll see though. But I'm leaning that one was interesting. That's why we're looking at all the timestamps. Okay, it makes me want to go back and look at the tracer later on. So. What is this timing? 6:41. Okay.
I'm on fire. Heals coming up.
I want to pause now. The next timestamp they have is 6:41. It says he shoots at the Junk, who runs for cover by the stairs. Maybe it's just me, but wouldn't someone at least aim briefly into the archway in preparation for the Junk to go after him? Instead, Soldier ignores him. Okay, there's a whole other paragraph there, but I'm just going to watch this for myself. Okay, let's see.
Who needs healing?
I don't get that one. Yeah.
Shut your yak.
7:15 is when we started. Okay.
Almost taken the lead.
They say at 7:15 is when we started to suspect Soldier a bit due to kill cams. So Ana tried playing around with him while he was watching our spawn. He would aim at her through walls as if he knew right where she was always and seemed to know right when she was about to peek. Okay, so look for the Ana chat, okay?
Unloading scrap.
We're catching up.
You had so much potential.
My fuse lit.
Good choice.
This is a unique game. This is a unique game. I'm just looking at all the timestamps. Next timestamp is at... Okay, so the last timestamp they had was 7:50, which I saw that. Okay, 7:56. He's preemptively aiming to Tracer, then the Ana and Junk shortly after. Okay, so 7:56. Let's go back. Yeah, I was gonna watch the Tracer thing too. Yeah, that part I agree with. I'm gonna slow it down here since I want to see if they like are.
She's gonna blow.
Okay, go back to this.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way.
The problem I'm running into now with watching this is it like I'm trying to use sound right now to see like if I'm hearing things or mishearing things. The reason why it's a hard tell for me, but I feel like they might have something here, and it's only because it's such an interesting. It's actually an interesting VOD. I'm actually kind of glad they submitted it because it's like so subtle, but like there's been moments where I gave benefit of the doubt early, especially with like that tracer. Like that tracer play at the... You remember when they were, like, on the bridge? I'm gonna go back and look at that again now. But it feels like... I think, like, I'm hearing a lot of where they're going, but I don't think I would necessarily look where they're looking after when I use the sound. Does that make sense? I mean, don't get me wrong. The Junkrat one was very suspect. You think he's really good Smurf and also has walls? That's what I'm kind of looking at. Like, I will say... There's been some... It's the reason why it's a hard tell for me is because I'm hearing the sound cues, but I'm trying to think, like, okay, what would my reaction be to, like, an Ana going behind the wall there? So that's why you saw me put my headset, like, I'm really listening. And then, like, they see the other Life Weaver, but their first reaction is to just full sprint to the Ana in the corner where they didn't really know the Ana was there. Unless, like, maybe their teammate was yelling there's an Ana in the corner, but, like, even then it felt, like, too perfect. But, like, I don't know, it's just... You can see pings, by the way, in the replay. We'll keep watching.
Biotic healing ready for use.
10 seconds remaining.
The robot's in enemy hands. Heat check. Affirmative.
Stay out of my way.
See, like, this is a situation where... Okay. And this is the part that confuses me. Is like, if the cheater was really... Like, well, you'd kill the Ana there, right? But, like, then at the same time, I see them do this, and I'm just like... You hear the Reaper, but, like, I don't know. It's just... This is one of those confusing ones where I think I'm just too stupid. Let me rewatch this part here. Because, like, I look at this, and I'm like... Okay, I see an Ana right here, right? So they don't pay attention to the Ana. You see the Tracer. Okay. But then, like, I see this. Watch. Get ready for it. Maybe I'm missing it. Do you see what I'm... But it's like, is that accidental? Do they not know the map? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I usually give benefit of the doubt on aiming at people through walls until it happens too much. Does that make sense? So we'll see. Even that, it's still subtle. They didn't aim on him completely. So it's like... we'll see. I hear Reaper here, by the way. And Reaper's ping, just to point this out. The Reaper you could hear, just so you know.
Join together.
That warms the bones.
Get in there, Bob.
I have no idea. Let me go back to something here. Sorry, Chad. I know I'm rewinding now. We're too deep into this one now. We have to figure it out. Sorry, Chad. I'm trying to figure this out. This one I'm still fine with. Let me double check again. You know, see what I mean? I can see where they see it, but like, the problem I'm running into is this. Is like, I feel like there's... Chat knows when we watch cheater VODs, like, I give a lot of benefit of the doubt, right? and I know he's not locked on, which I see that, right? But the problem is that we've had many moments like this throughout the game. And this is why I'm like, it's such a hard tell. But then next thing we know, they do the Junkrat thing, right? Turn off the outlines? Yeah, that's probably a good idea, actually. How do I turn off the outlines, chat? Okay, let's do this then. This is probably a better look at it. Because this actually would be a better tell. I'll go to like 0.5, slow it down a little bit, but not a ton. I mean, I don't see the odd at all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't. Because, okay, so here's the problem I run into again. Okay, so when I hear that sound, I know Hog hits a hook, right? Like, I know that. Like, I know that. Dude, this is tough. And the only reason why I say that is because, like, okay, let me ask you a question, chat. If I'm in a rank game with you, and I pull Hog and I say I pull Durana, or and I pull Ana, and we're in a duo, you're probably gonna look up there, right? But, like, I don't think that's the case. Right? And that's why this has been a tough tell for me, because, like, I'm looking at it from all angles. So, like, I'm leaning towards here's what I'm leaning towards. There's a chance that they have an aimbot. I'm not an aimbot. I'm not even going to look at aimbot-wise. I'm like, that's different. Listen, you want to sit here and show me a subtle aimbot, and we'll go here for an hour. That ain't happening. Like, I'm not going to be able to... I won't be able to give you that type of feedback, right? But it feels like I'm leaning more towards they might have walls and do their best to not show that they have walls. Does that make sense? That's what I'm leaning towards. Is that okay? Is that like a good middle ground on that one? Where it feels like it could just be a player who's like can aim and they have a wall hack, but they try to make it subtle. And that's where I'm at with it. Because like I've seen a few. There's another one earlier I forgot about. Maybe someone can remember the time. Now let's go to one more here. Let's go back here. And sorry, Chad, that we've gone longer than expected on this one, but this one ended up being a lot harder to figure out for me. This one here, this is the Junkrat one. Remember this one, chat, with the Junkrat? This is without seeing where the Junkrat is. Let's see. I'm going to listen to full sound on full speed, and then I'll slow it down. And just to give chat context on the outline. You see what I mean? Like, it's so subtle. But, like, this is where, like, I get into that, like, 55-45 on it. This is where I get the 55-45, where I lean it towards, I think they're a player who knows how to play the game, has a wall hack, but is very subtle about it. And then they have moments like this that, if you don't look for it, then you won't know that they're doing it. And that's why I move towards that. Well, no. When I say subtle, like, this is not the subtle part I'm talking about. That's where I'm at with this one. And like I said, chat, listen. I know that there's probably people who'd be more like, oh, they're definitely cheated. I just try to give it a good watch and try to give it my best on that one. I'm too stupid to like give you a full, but it looks like that it probably could be. I have one more thing I want to look at, and then we'll be done with the video. Okay? Does that sound good? This is where I'm at. I've listened to everything. I've seen everything. I'm gonna lean towards. There's a chance they are wall hacking here. Aimbot couldn't tell you. That's where I'm at. I'm leaning towards that they have a wall hack. Leaning towards it. This is also why I like having streamer mode, because I could very much be wrong on this one. And I'm trying my best to look at it, but I've seen enough subtle stuff. Where like it happened too many times, but at the same time, there's a very high chance, Chad, this is just a soldier player who plays very fast. And just happens to, you know, slam their mouse a couple times and it looks tough. But I think it's... I'm leaning towards there's a chance they have a wall hack here. I guarantee you, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the comments will probably be in the same boat of this one. It's like, it's so hard to tell and it's very subtle. But I can also see why the player that submitted it. Because, like, it is that subtle. By the way, if anybody watching the video now see stuff I don't see, let me know. As I said, I'm pretty stupid at this, unless they're rage hacking. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, definitely, oh, you're stupid, etc. Like, let me know other things I might have missed. but it's very subtle if they are, and I can see where the moments are with that one. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment, all that helps. If you want to submit something like this, or a spectating, etc., look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That is where we do that. Also, we stream on Twitch. You can see the chat below the webcam. I'll stream on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. We got a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.